The new hell mode in Hunty Zombies is extremely difficult, but at the same time, it is the best method in the entire game to farm coins and experience. If you manage to clear it, you get massive rewards for very little time. In this video, I am going to show you the easiest and most consistent way to beat hell mode while using only a legendary weapon. You do not need a full mythical setup, you do not need the strongest divine items, and you do not need a pay-to-win build. You only need one weapon, and that weapon is the new legendary Sledgehammer. Even though the Sledgehammer is a legendary weapon, it is surprisingly powerful and one of the best options for hell mode. The reason for that is very simple. The Sledgehammer has extremely high M1 damage, one of the highest in the entire game, and that alone allows you to defeat almost every zombie without using any abilities. On top of that, it has a good attack speed and strong knockback. This combination makes the weapon incredibly safe to use because enemies are constantly pushed away from you and they almost never get the chance to land a hit. Since hell mode zombies are extremely fast and deal huge amounts of damage, knockback becomes your biggest advantage. In hell mode, every zombie hit deals around 120 damage. This means even with a very strong build, you can only survive 4 or 5 hits from normal zombies before getting eliminated. Because of that, your goal is not to increase your damage even further. The Sledgehammer already has enough damage to wipe rooms with M1 attacks alone. Instead, you want to boost your speed and your health, making it easier to avoid hits and giving yourself enough HP to survive a few mistakes. For pets, you have multiple very strong options. The worm is great because it gives you an extra 70 health, which helps you survive the high damage zombies. The dinosaur gives 10 walk speed, 5 flat damage, minus 10% skill damage, and 50% burn strength. The movement speed and flat damage help a lot in long rooms. The frog gives 15 walk speed, 10% damage reflection, 5% damage, and 5% crit chance. The extra movement speed makes dodging much easier. And if you want the safest option possible, the penguin is one of the best pets you can use. It gives 10 walk speed, 100 health, 10% attack speed, 15% skill damage, 5% coin bonus, and it heals you every 35 seconds. That healing alone can save a full run. If you do not have the penguin, just combine frog and worm. Together they give you enough speed and health to survive almost every situation. For cosmetics, you should always use Krathong because it gives everything you need for hell mode. 10% walk speed, 50 health, 5 damage, 15% critical damage, 10% skill damage, and 5% coin bonus. On top of that, you can combine Krathong with any cosmetic that gives extra movement speed, such as cross necklace or grizzly boots. The more mobility you have, the easier the entire run becomes. For your perk, you should choose double damage, since this perk is extremely helpful in the boss fight at the end of the run. It gives you level to strength, which boosts all your damage by a large amount. For passives, you want to use Healthy Power, which comes from combining the AP passive that gives 20% skill damage and the HP passive that gives 80 health. When you have both, you get a bonus effect that increases all your damage by 15% whenever your HP is above 80%. With the penguin, or with enough movement speed, this buff stays active most of the run. Now let me explain the full strategy in detail. The best map to play hell mode on is Island, because the boss fight there is the easiest to control. At the start of every room, gather all zombies from every corner and group them into one big pack. Then simply defeat the entire group using only M1 attacks from the Sledgehammer. The knockback is strong enough to keep every zombie away from you as long as you keep attacking. Repeat this until you reach the final room where the boss is located. Here the strategy changes a bit. First, you need to clear the group of zombies inside the room before the boss. This part is still easy, just like previous rooms. But once you defeat them, do not run directly into the boss room. Instead, walk into the boss room for a moment and immediately walk back out. This will trigger all zombies inside the boss room without waking up the boss itself. Defeat those zombies outside the room and then move to the left side of the doorway. Standing there positions you in a way where the boss cannot reach you with most of its movement or melee attacks. From here, you use the Sledgehammer's first skill to damage the boss from a safe distance. The skill has enough range to hit the boss without putting you in danger. The only thing you need to watch out for are the boss's gun attacks. These attacks have a long range and will one-shot you instantly. Just like all other boss mechanics in Hell mode, you must dodge those carefully. If you avoid those attacks, the rest of the fight becomes very simple. If you have another long-range weapon like the Reaper Scythe, bow, or hand fans, you can also use those for even faster boss kills, but the sledgehammer alone is enough. With this method, I completed the entire Hell mode in about 4 minutes and earned over 130 for 1,000 coins and more than 13,000 experience, which is insanely efficient. Right now, this is the best farming method in the entire game, and the sledgehammer strategy allows even beginners to clear it without any expensive gear. Now, for more experienced players, there is a stronger version of the build you can use once you progress further. The build I showed above is mainly meant for beginners who need a simple setup to clear Hell mode without the best gear. But if you already have endgame items, you can upgrade it by using Spirit Fire and P Fresh as your pets, since they give much higher damage bonuses. For cosmetics, you can use Killaface, Pumpkinhead, Krathang, or Reaper Scarf, and combine any 4 of them for extremely high damage. Your perk should still be double damage, since it remains the strongest option. The passives stay the same as well, AP and HP, because they give the best balance of survivability and consistent damage. Even for experienced players, I still recommend using the sledgehammer. But you can combine it with movement shoes for faster rotations or use Reaper Scythe for quicker room clearing. And of course, don't forget about your skill tree. Make sure to equip as many critical damage skills as possible. And now for the giveaway. Congratulations to the 2 winners of the previous giveaway. If you see your Roblox username on the screen, make sure you have accepted my friend request so I can send you your reward. If you also want to win weapon slots, lucky spins, or any bundle, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly, leave your exact Roblox username in the comments below so I can send you your reward if you win. If you have any questions about this update, feel free to ask them in the comments, and for exclusive content, giveaways, and to hang out with the community, check out my Discord and Roblox group. For a chance to join me in-game, you can also follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more Hunty Zombies content.